Hi, I'm Maliana Soto. I am from New York City and I am your New York State Court Manager. I would say we are diverse. It doesn't matter your ethnicity, your race, where you live, or how much money you have. And for that, I would say we are a diverse community. My personal connection to the hemophilia community is through my nephew. Since he was born, myself and my entire family have been involved locally here in New York City in our local chapter.
For 70 years, we've been on quite a journey together, with exciting twists and turns. Today, it may feel like the way is blocked. You may feel isolated and alone. But even on the darkest road, we know who to turn to. Each other. Your journey is our journey. We're always moving forward with your long-term health in mind. And we'll continue to support you along this new path. Every mile of the journey.
Hi, my name is Joanne Gallego. I'm a Hemlibra Clinical Education Manager from Genentech for the New York Metro and Upstate New York Territory. I am part of a team of inspired and passionate educators who care about the hemophilia community, and we all have nursing degrees. We are committed to serving as an education resource for you. I can answer questions about Genentech products such as Hemlibra, emicizumab, share information about access to Genentech medicines for eligible patients, and provide information about educational programs and events. Please feel free to contact me by phone or email, or you can opt in for support at genentechsignup.com, and we'll reach out to you. We don't provide medical advice, so if you have questions about hemophilia or a medical condition, please reach out to your healthcare provider. You can find more information about Hemlibra, including the prescribing information, at hemlibra.com. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back. It is our final episode of Finding Your Inner Joy. I'm Jeremy Griffin with the New York City Hemophilia Chapter. We've been around since 2009. And this is an exclusive program we've put together to help empower our community to live healthier lives. We represent people with bleeding disorders here in the New York City area and have always been about building community to improve health outcomes. What we found is that joy does that. And this series, hopefully you've enjoyed because it allows you to connect with movement through the yoga and some laughter, and hopefully it's brought you a little joy. We do want to give a special thanks to Pfizer, Genentech, Sanofi Genzyme, and Takeda for being sponsors on this. Really means a lot. Sit back, enjoy the last episode.
Hi there, I'm Karith Foster, and I am thrilled to be joining you from a different room in my house, a house that has a locked door, because you know what? All these Zoom calls, all this good time on the internet, all these children home, not wearing clothes. I have no idea what size my kids are at this point in time because they haven't had clothes on since March. I'm the worst mother out there. I think I say 5 times a day, where are your pants? Where are your pants? And that's mostly to my husband because why? If you're not going anywhere, what's the point really? So you're probably wondering what I might be doing on this site. Well, here's the thing. I'm a lot older than I look. I'm actually 87. I know I've got the skin of a 27-year-old, but my driver's license says otherwise. That is the power of melanin, people. And we thought being brown was all bad these days. Psh. Anywho, I am older than I look. I even got married late. I had kids late. I got married late because it took me a while to learn, what is it called? Curbing the crazy. Because that's what I realized you have to do if you want to actually be in a relationship with someone else. Because here's the thing, we're all crazy. We're all nuts, every single one of us. But here's the thing, those who get married early, they either accept the other person's crazy right away, or they're crazy, or they learn how to tone their crazy down. It took me many years to learn that. So I curbed my crazy. I met my husband, and we had kids like instantly, because we didn't really have much of a choice in the matter, because the clock was a ticking. And I have friends who are like, why did you wait so long to have kids? Well, why did I wait so long to get married? Because I enjoyed going on bad dates. What do you think I waited? Because it takes a while. Some things take a while. But it took so long to have kids because I didn't get married. I was trying to do it the right way. I'm a sweet Southern girl. I was trying to do it the right way. We got married. I got pregnant, y'all, the day after I got married. Talk about getting on it, literally. So I find out that we're pregnant like right after we get married, because we got pregnant the day after we got married. And people are still like, why did you wait so long to have kids? And again, it wasn't like I did it on purpose, and I had them so fast. I had them back to back. And people are like, why did you do that? Because people always want to know why. People are so curious. They can't stop asking questions. And I'm like, well, I had to do it. I couldn't wait any longer. I didn't want to take the chance that they come out looking like a Picasso painting. Like, you've got to think about these things. You got to use your brain, right? So I will never forget getting pregnant, being pregnant. First of all, my husband knew I was pregnant before I did, because I started crying over Freddie Mercury, who's been dead for some time. But I heard a Queen song. It made me miss him, even though I've never met him. But I loved him. And, under pressure, really, that's what you are when you're newlywed and you've got hormones going crazy. But I didn't know my hormones were going crazy until my husband was like, you're either crazy or you're pregnant. So I couldn't curb the crazy anymore. We take the test, I find out, and it was great. Like, I had a good pregnancy. Like, my very first pregnancy was amazing. But then things started to happen. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I turned into a frat boy when I got pregnant. I am a sweet Southern belle, as I've mentioned. I say, I send thank you cards. I, feed anybody who comes to my house. I say, bless your heart, instead of cussing somebody out. Like, that's what I do. And I turned into a frat boy overnight. I farted and I burped. Like, no, it was embarrassing. It was humiliating. I turned into a frat boy. My husband, my husband, he nicknamed me Gaseous Clay because he thought that was endearing. My husband, by the way, is Australian. I don't know if you know any Australians. If you do, they're probably the life of the party. But here's the thing, they're the life of the party because they will say anything that comes into their mind, and they don't even need alcohol to do it. So my husband, who nicknamed me Gaseous Clay, slept on the couch for that one. I'm 6 months pregnant. I got to, my birthday was in June, and when I was 6 months pregnant, and I am miserable, like absolutely miserable. If you've ever been pregnant, you remember that there are things that happen to your body aside from the extra gas, but sometimes you can't go number 2. Sometimes you don't even need to be pregnant to not be able to go number 2. Anywho, I'm miserable. He's going to the bathroom like clockwork. Honest to God, every time I saw him with a newspaper under his arm walk into the John, I just got madder and madder. And he was like, well, I don't know why you're so upset, Karith. I'm like, you know what? Forget about it. It's not you. It's me. Clearly, it's me. So it was my birthday. I hear him on the phone. And he said, what do you want for your birthday? This was my big mistake. I said, surprise me. You never say that to a husband who's new. You don't do that because you don't know what that is going to end up being. Oh, I found out. So I say, surprise me for my birthday. I hear him on the phone one day going, oh, she can't? Yeah, no, she's pregnant. Yeah, she's going to be breastfeeding. She's going to nurse. And then he hangs up, very disappointed. So I'm thinking, okay, he got me a Groupon, which is fine, whatever. It was something, but maybe it was something amazing, right? Maybe it was something great, like skydiving, something I obviously can't do pregnant. But I'm like, why would breastfeeding be an issue? But whatever. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe the milk goes. So who knows what happens when you skydive when you're nursing? I don't know because I didn't do it because that wasn't the gift that I got. Turns out my husband sits down, very disappointed. I said, well, what was it, honey? What did you get me for my birthday? And I swear to you, he goes, well, you know how you said you've been having trouble going? It is never going to be a good surprise when someone says that to you. I said, yeah, uh-huh. He goes, well, I got you a colonic. I said, a what? He goes, a colonic. I go, no, I heard you the first time, Jackrabbit. What? But jewelry didn't cross your mind? Jewelry? He goes, well, if you think about it, it's really like a day spa for your hiney. As true as that may be, that is not the present that you get your miserable, constipated, pregnant, hormonal wife. So I'm livid. Like, just please forget it. Hormones. Psh. And he's like, well, you know, I just, you know, I go, you know what, forget it. You use it. You take it. You use it. It gets better. This is when it gets better. He goes, well, that's the thing. I go, what's the thing? He goes, I bought 2. I go, why on God's green earth would you buy 2 colonics? And I swear to God, y'all, he goes, because I thought we could go together. Okay. I've heard of couples massage. I've even heard of couples therapy, which is probably what we should have done right after that. But have you ever heard of couples colonic? Apparently, it's an Australian thing. I don't know. I don't know why he thought that was romantic, but he did. And thank God my mother was like, sweetie, he was giving you a gift from his heart. Because y'all, it clearly was not a gift from his head. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. So we've been homeschooling, as I said, and that means I've been letting my kids watch a little bit more TV. Like, honestly, a little bit more TV than they probably should. But you know what? It's mostly educational. I'm trying to do that. But every now and then I let something come on, and I'm on TV. So I'm like, you know what? They can see what mommy does. They can see mommy's industry. But I overhear them saying, let's watch something with famous people. And this was my older one. And the little one goes, yeah, rich and famous people. To which I go, hey guys, what are you watching? They're like, oh, we're watching the Muppets. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I go, hey, you know, mommy's on TV. Is she rich and famous? And they thought about it for a second and they go, have you been on Muppets Now? And I said, well, no, I haven't. They go, well, then, sorry, mom. So our kids always know. They will put you in your place. You start to get a big head, forget it. Done. Oh, man. I think they're calling it COVID-19 because that's how many pounds you actually gain when you are dealing with this nonsense. Because honestly, I am almost back in my maternity clothes. Like, that's a shame. I never thought I would hate pants with zippers this much in my entire life. Never. And it's funny, like, I'm one of those people, like, I've gone up and down in my weight my whole life. And I was doing fairly well. I was doing my hot yoga. I was sweating it out. And then this hit. And, but it is interesting how, like, I hope everybody is okay with who they are. They love their body. Your body is your temple. You understand that it is your vessel to bring life and do stuff in the world. But it is interesting, like, because I'm older, I'm now okay with like my size, whatever size that is. And it is interesting for me though, how other people see me, right? Not me, but how other people see me based on where I am geographically. Because when I'm in New York City, I'm pleasantly plump. Y'all, when I go out to LA for auditions and stuff, I'm a beach whale. But here's the deal. When I go back to the Midwest where I went to school, I'm anorexic. Seriously, if you were ever having a fat day, you buy yourself a one-way ticket to Kansas City because you will feel like a supermodel like that. I got off the plane a couple years back and my friends were like, oh my God, Karith, are you okay? You're wasting away to nothing. Y'all, they had an intervention for me, a barbecue intervention. and it was delicious. It's funny because I think it's just America that has this issue. I'm pretty sure it's just America. Like, we get excited when we get, like, you know, a little bit sick, because we're like, if I get the flu on Tuesday, I'll be in my skinny jeans by Friday, right? I know we all thought I could lose 5 to 7 pounds doing absolutely nothing. Such a cheap way out. Such a cheap way out. But I've done stupid stuff before to get thin. Oh, dumb stuff. Like, I'll never forget once I did something called the Master Cleanse. Have you ever heard of this? This is what you do. You take some water, squeeze in some lemon juice, add organic grade B maple syrup, right? Then you add a dash of cayenne pepper, and you drink it till your butt burns, which is apparently how you know it's working properly. Now, all these celebrities have been touting this for ages, all the big names, get ready for movies. They lose like 17 pounds in 5 hours. Like, this is how extreme it's supposed to be and how well it works. I will say this about that. That cayenne pepper kicked in. I don't know it was humanly possible to go number 3, but I did. And it was not pleasant. I'm just going to put it to you that way. Let me just warn. And then I was thinking, why would I do something? I'm an intelligent woman. Why would I do something that harsh to my body without thinking it through? And then I remembered why I did it. You know how some people have like an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other, right? I have a devil on this shoulder and a cute little drunk cheerleader who sits right here who's like, you can do it. You can do it. Beyonce did it. Yeah, okay. You know what? I don't think Beyonce went number 3, though. I really don't, because we would have heard about that. Anywho. Dealing with coronavirus, dealing with, I check in on my parents, making sure they're good, because they're so active and they're so sweet. And I mean, God love them, though. I am exhausted, y'all. I am exhausted. I am taking care of everything and taking care of everybody, and I need a nap. I do. My parents, and they've got energy too. Like, they're running around. My mom's volunteering. My dad's playing tennis. I mean, sure, my mom looks for her glasses in the refrigerator, but who hasn't? I didn't know how much fun that was going to be. Oh, yeah, getting older, wearing reading glasses. I thought I was pre-diabetic. And everyone's like, no, it's just called being over 40. I was like, oh, that's a good time. That's fun. Thanks for sharing that one with me, y'all. Appreciate that. Nobody told me about that. Oh, my Lord. So, anywho, I am going to get back into shape. I just want you to know this. I want you to have faith in me and faith in yourselves. If it's something that you haven't done, get out there, start that power walking, right? When things really open up, if you can get to those classes again, I'm going to go back to hot yoga. I will tell you one thing that I will never, ever, ever do again. And that is, I will never try to lose weight by going to one of those spin classes. They call them different things now, like Soul Cycle and this theory and that theory. And you know what is the theory of? It's the theory of nonsense, okay? Because I've done it before. I have done it, and it is not pleasant. It's not pleasant. I don't know how people do it. I don't know why they do it. Apparently, it works for some people. Some people are sadomasochists. That's what it is. I am not a super duper religious individual. Okay, but I do believe that Satan exists because he came to me one time, the one time I went to the spinning class in the form of my spinning instructor. All right. Now, Stephen, or as we'll call him, Satan, or Beelzebub, right? He had us going for like 45 minutes straight, y'all. Like 45 minutes. He is like telling us to push and burn and move and push and burn. And you know what? I just wanted to push him right out the door. So he's going on, making everybody like excited except me. I do this. I'm trying to keep up, but I'm in excruciating pain. And let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, anything, and I do mean anything, that hurts your crotch for that long and does not put a smile on your face for the rest of the day is not worth it. It is just not worth it. So those are my words from me to you. I hope you got some laughs. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, night, and year.